Hi guys, the film we'll be talking today about is Adaptation. It was released in 2002, directed by Spike Jonze, written by Charlie Kaufman. It stars Nicolas Cage as Charlie Kaufman, Meryl Streep as Susan Orleans, and Chris Cooper as John LaRouche. The film is about Charlie Kaufman, a well-established writer in Hollywood, played by Nicolas Cage. He's hired to adapt the book The Orchid Thief, that's written by Susan Orleans, that's played by Meryl Streep. He's hired to adapt that book into a screenplay, and that's his journey, how he's going to adapt the book. We also see what was Susan Orleans, that's Meryl Streep's journey in writing the book, The Orchid Thief. Now, what's The Orchid Thief about? The Orchid Thief is about the orchid, obviously, and also about John LaRouche, who is played by Chris Cooper, the person who goes to the forest in Florida, and he steals and he tries to steal, and why he tries to steal, what is his whole life about. And we study these three lives very deeply. We study about Charlie Kaufman in Hollywood, we study about Susan Orlean in New York, and we also study about John LaRouche in Florida and what these three people are all about. But at the same time, we are also trying to be with Charlie Kaufman in trying to write this book. He's having his own depressions, he's having his own anxieties, he's shy, and he's not wanting to be self-indulgent in trying to write a screenplay. Adaptation, according to me, is a mystery. It's really funny. It's extremely funny. At the same time, it gives you an idea what how writers write. We tend to be away from cliches, but this pushes the marks for cliches. Like, cliches are important. The reason they're cliches, I feel, because then you can spot them on as easily as possible. But then how can they be used? Like, we know that spices make food good, but then too much of spices, you don't like the food, and too less, you can't enjoy the food. You need the right balance of it, and to know the balance is an art. That's what I feel about the cliches in this film, which firstly you can't see them, you do not know where they're going to come from, but when they come at you, you enjoy them because the pacing of the movie allows you to enjoy it. What I'm talking right now about is towards the end of the movie, when you stay with the characters and how you start enjoying the film later on. All the small crumbles given to you along the way which start paying off later on. So the setup of the film is amazing. We are following a writer, but I guess if it was anybody else other than a writer, a true artist, they would question their work the same way. They don't want to be self-indulgent. I guess that's the main point of the film, that you don't want to be self-indulgent, but at sometimes you are what the whole art is all about, and you are the only person who can make it great. Charlie Kaufman is actually the real writer of the film, who was like what Nicolas Cage is playing, and that guy wrote a film about himself, and that's crazy because he did it so well. But then he took liberty with it. He knew that he can't bore the audience. It's not about him. You getting it? Like, the movie, even though is can be based on him, but it's not about him, and he lets it be something greater and separate from his own identity. Let the movie have the life of its own. Uh, that's a mark of a good artist. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you see the film sometime whenever you get a chance. If you have seen the film already, good for you. And I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.